Hi guys, so I am so sorry that I haven't made a video in so long, so I decided to make a helpful video for you guys, and this is called Tips on How to Study Better. Let me just get out my cheat sheet because I wrote everything down, and it's nighttime, so yeah. Okay, so the first tip in studying better is to get yourself organized. And this is very important because the more organized we are, the more we can concentrate on studying rather than be worried about everything else, like cleaning your room, cleaning your desk, all these things, finding your notes to study, all these things. So my first tip is to be organized. Ways you can be organized is if you're going to study for a particular subject, make sure that you have all the material for that subject on your table or somewhere where you can reach really fast so you can, if you need something, you can grab it and review it. Another one is to make sure that you're clear of all distractions in your surroundings. So let's say if you have a messy desk and you're trying to study at this side of the desk when your desk is like this big, but it's like cluttered in this side, so you only have this much space, I would clean it all up so that I have more space to study and I'm more comfortable studying. Organization is a very, very important skill. Throughout life, you're going to need to be organized. It's going to help you calm your brain. It's going to help you focus better. And it's just going to make your life so much simpler. So always, always, always try to make your life simpler. For the nerds out there, the second law of thermodynamics says that everything in the universe turns into disorder or creates more disorder. So try to limit yourself from being disorganized, even though it happens, So yeah. Number 2 is to make an agenda. You should always schedule what you're going to study, when you're going to study, how long you need to study each section or each note or whatever. Always have an agenda so that you're always on top of it. So 1 hour I'm going to spend studying math. The next hour I'm going to spend doing homework. The next hour I'm going to spend taking notes. So that even if you run out of time, you gotta just skip and you gotta go through it. You gotta follow your plan. It's not okay to just make the plan. It's also you gotta follow through it so that you can be successful. And then number 3, before you even start studying, you need to drink a tall glass of water. Water helps you concentrate better, it helps you focus better, and it re-energizes your body. So it's like a wake-up call basically. So you need a tall glass of water. You need to have like a water bottle right next to you, so whenever you're thirsty, you can drink, you can sip some water and keep going back to studying. If it's around like dinner time, lunchtime, then make sure you eat before so that you're not going to be hungry during studying. And if you get hungry, you got your water. Don't try to take breaks where you go get food, come back, because most likely you're going to be distracted like I was just now. Because when you have food, you want to watch TV, you want to go on the internet, blah, 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 and that's going to totally throw off your studying scheme. I personally like drinking green tea or some kind of tea. This is passion tea. It's so, so good. So yeah, just sip on something so that your body is, like it's working. Everything's working. You have fluids going in and out. So yeah, just make sure you're hydrated. Also, what you have to do, so this is the last step. You have to figure out how you're going to study. All right? So this is what you're going to do. You're going to take out your books. You're going to take out everything you need, a pen, a pencil, notes, whatever, and you're just going to study. Okay? You're not going to think about, oh my gosh, like what's on the test, da-da-da. You're just going to study. You're just going to do it. Just like what Nike says, just do it. That's what you're going to do. A good idea or a good place to start is to review your notes by your teacher or your professor. It's to look at like PowerPoints, presentations on like what he went over, look at your notes and see if you understand the notes that you took compared to the notes from the textbook and compared to your professor's notes. Also, when you start reading your textbook, don't try to bore yourself with all the information filled in textbooks. Sometimes textbooks word things a lot because they want, like, even a person who isn't capable of understanding something simple that you think is simple can understand it. That's why there's so much words in a textbook. Unless it's like a higher level textbook, then it's just boring words. But you just want to, I wouldn't say skim, but I'd say try to like get to the point, like try to read a little bit faster. Like, I guess skimming, I don't know. I don't really like that word skimming, because when I skim, I'll just be like, like just jump through paragraphs. But skim means to actually read every word, or just put your finger in every word, through every word, so that you know where you are and what you need to study, what you need to know, what you don't need to know. If it's your own textbook, you can always highlight it. What I personally do is right after I finish reading a paragraph, I would summarize exactly what I thought the paragraph said, and I would go back and review my notes after I summarize the whole chapter like that. That's a really good way of learning too. Also, have things handy. Things that you need when you're studying would be these sticky notes. Alright, so my sticky notes are in all colors because, I usually write like a small note on them so I can go back and forth. Okay, this is what I need for the test, this is this, and this is that. You also need bigger Post-its because, you gotta write more information sometimes. And last but not least, you're gonna need index cards. Mine are 3x5. Oh, sorry, it's so bright. 3x5 index cards. I also have colored index cards. This is purple. Just to help me study better, because I like to be color coordinated too. So yeah, so those are some things that you need when you're studying. You also need a lot of scratch paper because what most people do is they have like a notebook that they write all their notes, and let's say they messed up on something, they wrote something that they don't need, they usually just cross it out and then it gets super messy. But if you have scratch paper, you can cross it out, whatever, just circle what you need and then you can recopy them. Also, another way that I like to study is when the lecturer or the teacher goes over a lecture, I write the notes on scratch paper, and then I come home and then I rewrite it in my textbook or in my notebook. That helps me understand the material a lot more, and it just helps me be more organized. Another way of studying is to do practice problems, especially if you're taking a class that's like science or math related. Even history, you always got to do practice problems so you make sure that you understood the lesson that the teacher went over. And this is a really, really important tip, guys. Especially if you want to get like an A in the class, it's really, really important that you at least study 2 hours or 1 hour a day. I would say 2 hours minimum per day, because studying is going to help you refresh your memory. And as you guys already know, our memory isn't that bright. Like, we lose our keys or we lose our sunglasses almost all the time. So our memory isn't that focused, and we need to make sure that we remember what we learned in order to get an A in the class. So study almost 2 hours every day. You can take breaks, but this is the thing about breaks. When you take breaks, you need to take quick, small breaks, like 2-minute break just to like walk to the restroom and come back, or just to refill your water, or just because you need fresh air or something like that. It can't be long breaks, because if you start taking long breaks, then you're going to distract yourself and go on Facebook, Twitter, all these things. So we don't want long breaks, we want short breaks. Don't take too many breaks because you don't really need too many breaks. It's only 2 hours out of 24 hours, guys. So um, study at a decent hour. Don't study too late in the night because it's so easy to distract yourself in the night. At least for me, like I get on YouTube all the time at night because I feel like that's what you should do at night. But so and then you feel sleepy and all these things. So study at a decent hour unless you have no choice. Don't forget you need to sleep too. And what was I going to say? Yeah, and let's say you have a final or a midterm coming up, then just make sure that you study all your notes first because your notes will tell you what you need to know in the class because what your lecturer goes over is what you're going to need. And then to refresh your memory, you go back to your textbook and review that. Also, another good resource, as all of you guys know, is the internet. We usually use the internet for like entertainment, but honestly, guys, you can learn a lot from the internet. Like, if you just Google whatever you need to know, the internet's gonna give you the answer. But just do not spend too much time into the internet because then you're gonna lose your whole focus. So you gotta focus. Like, that's the most important thing. And to focus, you gotta eliminate distractions, you gotta be organized, and you gotta have like things that you need, like water, food, snacks, blah blah blah. You just need everything. You just need everything that you'd be distracted with. And usually when you study for a long period of time, you get hungry. So water is really good. Fruits are really good. I just, I have like a banana and an orange to keep me not feeling hungry. If I'm really hungry, I'll go get something. But try not to eat, try not to drink too much because all of those are distractions. Because if you eat too much, you're going to feel sleepy. If you drink too much, you got to go to the bathroom like every 2 seconds. So just make sure that you have limits on what you do. And my suggestion to you guys is unless you really, really need your computer, like if you're those type of people who cannot study without music like me, then you need your computer for music, then okay, only that. That's the only tab that should be open. Please, guys, do not open Facebook or Twitter or any of those social medias that you guys are interested in because that will be a big, huge distraction for you guys. So I hope that helps. That's all my tips for you guys, and let me know how you guys do in school, and enjoy your summer. If you guys are taking summer school like I am, then good luck to your summer school class. Bye, guys.